Previously on PDubs Arcade Loft.
Unboxing, assembly, teardown, first impressions, and this has more of a textured, matted finish to it. This one, it's got more of a glossy finish to it, right? SD card slot, and it's still open. The question is it connected to anything? Right there they line up, so that's interesting. It doesn't go all the way down in the slot. Almost takes up the full panel. I think that looks pretty good. It is in the instruction booklet. I completely missed step number 11, guys. That's on me. I gotta put the white brackets back. Give me a second here. I gotta pull my extension cord closer. I like the artwork here. It feels really good. Buttons are arcade 1-up buttons. It doesn't have a marquee, light up marquee. I think Zero's got it. I think this Countercade would be an 8 out of 10. No, 7. 7 out of 10. It's going to lose a point.
But here we are 1 week later. How did this possibly get any worse? Alright guys, today we are looking at the Basic Fun Arcade Classics Atari Centipede Counter Series Arcade. That's right, a Countercade by Basic Fun, including 5 classic Atari games. This thing retails for $250 on Amazon, and you can get it for $199 as well right now, but still, is it worth it? As you can see, it is the exact same size and dimensions as arcade 1-up Countercades, most likely built by the same builders, the same factory over in China, exact same molds, exact same parts. In fact, it even fits nicely and is an exact match with G.I. Joe Gaming Cabinet's risers that he made specifically for arcade 1-up Countercades. Now, I did pay for this unit myself out of my own pocket. This is not a sponsored video in any way, shape, or form. You'll notice that on this mini arcade, you do have a wooden marquee for Centipede. We're going to dive into that towards the end of the video. It was nice to see, and one thing that intrigued me was that they were actually putting Centipede in its proper aspect ratio on a vertical screen. Finally, first time we've seen that from a home arcade company. And just from an appearance point of view, just from the artwork and the looks of it, it is an attractive Countercade. I really like the side art. I like the control panel art. And despite the fact that it's a wooden marquee, it looks good, but more on that later. Now, taking a peek here, if you guys remember, I've been covering the WrestleFest arcade just via YouTube Shorts so far, and we pointed out that that artwork on the control panel did not feel like rub-resistant, scratch-resistant artwork, but taking a look here, no issues there with this Centipede Countercade. You actually can see the matted finish, the matted and textured finish on that control panel to keep you from, dinging up the artwork, messing up the artwork. And the trackball feels really nice. The buttons are typical arcade 1-up buttons. My only complaint with the power source, though, is that they gave you an AC adapter, but only a 3-foot cable. And when you power this thing on, it looks, behaves, and acts just like an arcade 1-up. Hell, if you notice the unboxing video where those clips were from, I'll have a link to my unboxing video in the description below if you missed it. We had a fun time putting this thing together, hanging out together in the live chat. Arcade 1-up power buttons, arcade 1-up type volume buttons. Everything runs and looks like arcade 1-ups, arcade 1-ups type of user interface. However, it's very limited. Yes, it is actually cute looking, but it's only one screen. Arcade classics with the 5 games, Centipede, Millipede, Liberator, Avalanche, and Breakout. And you'll notice something interesting at the bottom of the screen. And here's where we're going to lose more points based upon my initial unboxing. Well, there's no way to get into any kind of options. There's no dip switch settings or things like that. Arcade 1-up learned to do that on their later generation Countercades. The only thing you could do is hold down the Player 1 start button to exit games, and that's it. You'll take a look here at the screen as well. The screen when during my unboxing, well, I probably should have powered on a couple of my other Countercades, because although it looks like the kind of screen that arcade 1-up maybe used in their second generation Countercades, it's definitely not the same screen, the really, really crisp, nice screen that arcade 1-up was using in their latest generation Countercade. So we do have a little bit of washout with the blacks, some brightness issues and stuff. But, and of course cameras have a hard time picking up these Atari games. But overall, the screen itself is okay, but it's not as good as I originally thought during my unboxing. Once I finally powered on my Evercade as well as like the Arcade 1-Up MVC2 Countercade, and saw how beautiful those particular screens looked. Right now, we're just showing you some really quick gameplay. We're not trying to do any kind of score chasing or anything. Just showing you how everything moves and reacts and sounds when you're playing these games on this arcade machine. Both Millipede and Centipede play really well on this mini arcade with the trackball. Taking a look here at Avalanche, this game annoys me because it gets so loud the further you go. But let's just go ahead and play the other games and we'll be right back. Oh, come on. So after my initial unboxing where I said this is like a 7 or a 7.5 out of 10, we've just, as well as the screen, although it's decent, better than Gen 1 Arcade 1-Up Countercade screens, not as good as Gen 3 Arcade 1-Up Countercade screens. I paid $218.39 for this unit. I went ahead and I messaged Spreetail on Amazon saying, hey, this thing was advertised to include a light-up marquee. What can we do about it? They're like, hey, sorry, you got the wrong item. I'm like, no, wait, I did get the right item. I'm just telling you that the listing said there was a light-up marquee, and this is blatant false, and what are you going to do about it? They're like, we'll give you $63 refund. And I'm like, okay, $63 seems fair, but the refund hit my account, and they only refunded me $59.48. Apparently Kevin and his team over at Spreetail don't understand basic math, but here's some basic math for you. Overall, I paid $158.91 for this thing, and I'm going to have to now rate this thing a 5 out of 10. And Basic Fun, you really need to fix these things moving forward if you expect us to have that kind of reaction, the same reaction that you saw there with the fist-pumping excitement of playing your arcade products. Thanks for watching my content. Hopefully you enjoyed this quick product review. Definitely give me your comments, feedback, reactions, thoughts below. And if you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up on the way out. And as always, my dudes, thank you for subscribing.